Streamed live on Twitch at Lord Brandon 10.
All right, YouTube, welcome back. We are here with another Destiny Rising video, and in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to get an easy 400k clear on any difficulty or any rank here in Calamity Ops for this cycle. So before I get started with the tutorial and show you guys everything you need to know, all the little tips and tricks and all that good stuff, if you guys are needing any help whatsoever, if you need any help on clearing this, please check the pinned comments down below, join the Discord. We have tons of people who are willing to help and get this run done. And just literally everyone in our Discord is so great and friendly. I mean, if you need a build or any advice, we are in Discord and we're willing to help you. Also, make sure to check my Twitch out over in the description down below at Lord Brandon 10, as this is where I am doing the runs live. And so you guys get to watch it live and all that good stuff, and so you'll get notified when I go live if you go down real quick and follow me. But with that being said, I do recommend, before we get into the guide and before we get started with every zone, I do recommend one Maru, because there are tons of void shields in this run. I do recommend one Hellhest, just because there are precision and it is arc based. And then I do recommend Ningfei for the movement, and because once again it is arc based as well. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and start off with the first zone. Alright, so when you spawn in, first thing you're going to go ahead and do is your Ningfei is going to race to the end, or just try to race into zone 1. The Maru is going to get the speed buff from the Hellhest with her drones, which will be procced at the gate just like the last 2 cycles. And the Maru is going to try to jump up into the air, so that way you can kind of get like a clear overview of all the enemies with your Q ability, and you're just going to blast them away. If you do it right, if you do it at the right angle, you will get all the ads, making it to where your other 2 teammates don't really have to do much besides run and get to the first zone as quick as possible. Remember, the goal with Calamity is you want to get the highest amount of kills on the highest multiplier possible. So speed is everything here. With that being said, once that's done, you're going to go ahead and everyone's going to make their way into the zone 1 area. Now, a couple things here I want to point out, and I'm going to pause the video just to kind of give you guys all the little tips and tricks. As you can see right here, Rez, which is our Ningfei, he's going in, he's getting busy immediately on the arc enemies that's in the room. He's already proccing his little side dash, plus his Q ability to slam and provide conjugation, or whatever it's called. Conjugation is definitely not it, but corruption, excuse me, to the enemies, and he's just quickly nuking those guys out. The Hellhest is waiting for me to drop the rapid fire, excuse me, not rapid fire, but the spread Shinka's shield right here. And then she is going to proc her salvo and quickly nuke that Shinka. Now, one thing I want to point out here, and we're going to slow the video down, a little cool Maru tidbit here is if you have at least a T2, one of the cool things that you can do with Maru here, and you're going to see it right now, the rotation you're going to want to do to break the shield is quickly use your heavy GL to break the shield, as you guys are seeing here. And then what you're going to want to do, I don't know if I feature it here, but you're going to swap to your primary, so that way auto-loading reloads it for you. And then once that's done, you're going to go ahead and pull out your Abyss Engulf, which is your V ability, and you're going to just start spamming your Q ability on the Shinka. As you guys see right here, as you guys will see, the barrages are actually damaging you, or actually shooting your Abyss Engulf, which is actually refueling your Q ability, which is really nice, and that's going to allow you to spam like 4 or 5 shots to quickly nuke that guy, and then you can turn around and then hit the second spread Shinka when he spawns in. So once again, just so that way you guys can see it a little bit faster, I quickly swap to my heavy, I pop his shields, I pull out my V ability, I'm getting hit by the barrage, it's constantly refueling my Q ability, we spam that, I bring my GL back out, swap to my heavy again, because I only got a little bit of shots in my heavy GL, and we just quickly beam this guy here. If you did it right, then every ad in here will be dead. My Ningfei unfortunately died in here, so we didn't get that one art guy, and we just had to keep moving in terms of the score. But ideally, you would want to make sure he's dead. Your Ningfei will do that, and more likely your Hellhest as well. So once you do that, you're going to make your way, your Ningfei, as soon as that second spread is dead, your Ningfei is going to quickly jolt past that door, and he is going to start making his way into the next room, while the Hellhest and the Maru clean up whatever was in that first room if everything wasn't already dead. While your Ningfei is running this path here that you guys see on screen, he is not killing none of these ads right here. Your Maru preferably is probably better suited for clearing these ads here, while your Hellhest pushes into the room, and then your Maru will push in here as well. Now there is going to be several key things that we're going to point out here in this room that's going to be that you are going to want to do to make sure you get the highest possible score. First things first is your Ningfei is going to start the activity because he should be in here first. Like I said, mine died, so the Hellhest is doing it, but typically your Ningfei will start it. Once he starts it, the Maru will assume the circle and will hold the plate, while the Hellhest and the Ningfei will go over here to the right side, and there's going to be a precision Shinka that's going to spawn in, at which point the Hellhest and the Ningfei will focus that and kill that Shinka in 5x multiplier, which you should still have while you're in this room. What I usually do as the Maru, while those two are taking care of the Shinka over there on the right side up for the 5x, what I like to do on Maru is I will sit right here and I will make sure I have my resonance built up. As you can see right now, my resonance is built up to 100%. I like to peek this right corner here because there are some ads that do spawn there. And so I usually pop maybe 1 or 2 GLs and resonance will literally wipe that up for me. And then I'll pop super right after that, and I will clear the shanks that are spawning in, because you want to get those shanks in 5x as well to get the maximum amount of points that you can possibly take advantage of. In this run, unfortunately, I was a scrub and literally scuffed the whole run and decided to pop my super at the beginning before the calamity even started. But typically you would pop your super to kill those shanks, and then you would pop you should still have super to kill the ads here, and then there will still be ads on the right side as well that your super should be able to tank all in one phase. Now, in the process of you killing the void shields here, because the Maru, there's tons of void shields, literally lots of void shields, the Hellhest and Ningfei are essentially just kind of playing support at this moment in time. Your Hellhest has the healing and damage shown up in middle. They're kind of banking on whatever data that you make from the kills. And then what they're also doing is they're waiting on the left side. More importantly, is that they're waiting on the left side because there will be a second precision Shinka that will spawn in typically between 70 to 80% on the plate. There will be a second precision Shinka that spawns in on the left. Those two are once again going to go ahead and focus that second precision Shinka when he spawns in. Once that happens, you ideally, if you're doing this quick enough, and the 4x multiplier, everything will be dead around like 80-90%. So you're just kind of the Hellhest and the Ning are kind of waiting at the door, which I will show you guys in a moment. And the Maru is just trying to get the plate to 100% so that way we can get off the plate and transition. So as you can see, the entire room is cleared by 92%. The Hellhest and the Ning are already waiting at the door after killing the second precision Shinka that spawns in here. And so we're just waiting for the plate to get to 100%. Once it's at 100%, then I can get off the plate, and we'll start transitioning into zone 3. Now, a couple things that I want to point out here while you're transitioning. As you guys know, there are exploder shanks that spawn here at the end of this corridor. If your Hellhest and Ning are quick enough and have the ability gain from the drones, you should be able to run past those exploders and quickly start traversing to the zone 3 portion, while your Maru will follow up with resonance and literally just fire 1 GL shot to explode all of those shanks and get the points on the 4x multiplier. As you can see, Hellhest and Ning already have a great head start. Now, during this traversal here between the transition of 2 and 3, there are going to be ads that are going to spawn in. As you guys can see up there in the front, they're going to spawn in. The Hellhest and Ning will completely avoid those ads, while the Maru will come up as support and will clean up those ads. Because remember, the goal is to try to push the zones as quick as possible to take advantage of the highest multiplier possible. Now, there's a couple ways you can play this room. The way we recommend doing it is to send your Maru immediately to the door while laying down suppressing fire while going to the door, so that way we can push that door at the end when everything in this room is dead. Or you can keep the Maru back and you guys will just kind of team shot everything and then move up. But I really recommend, and if you're going for the highest score possible, to have the Maru push up, kill things along the way, but push the door while the Ningfei and the Hellhest sit back to try to tank everything down quickly. Even if the Maru gets up here to the door, even if the Maru does get up here to the door, the Maru can turn around and start shooting things from behind as well. You don't just have to sit there and not do anything. And then once that door opens, the Maru will go through, the Hellhest and Ningfei will catch up. But all that is in this room is just going to be literally just some simple, excuse me, let me rewind it. There's just going to be literally 2 precisions. The Hellhest will knock those guys immediately. Ningfei will follow up for the kill. The Maru typically will help if you're already at the door. And then that's pretty much it. With some little adds, you just clear those guys out as quickly as possible and start pushing to the next encounter. You want to try to have the transition between zone 3 and zone 4 done ideally right on 3. You kind of want to be moving up the elevator with 3, which is how we did it in this run here, even with it being scuffed. Now, another little tidbit I want to point out here with the Maru is you cannot hit the elevator button until the Spreadshinka is dead. So until the Spreadshinka dies, you can't call the elevator. So one of the things that you want to prioritize when you get to this transition here for zone 3 and 4 is nuking him immediately, and that is having your Maru and Hellhest coordinated. And so one of the things that I did here once again was abuse the ability recharge, because we have another barrage here. So as you notice, I quickly use my heavy and I nuke his shield. I'll quickly pull out my shield and it's being charged indefinitely because of the barrage. So I just have a limited Q ability because of the barrage. And then at that point I go ahead and I call the elevator in, and then I go back because there are some additional adds that spawn in, and you just go ahead and clean those additional adds up while you still have your 3 times multiplier. And once you do that, the elevator will be about down. If you did that correctly, it should be down and you should be making your way up while the 3 times multiplier is still on. Ideally, on this range here, from the runs that we've did, we only had 18 attempts. So the numbers that I have may or may not be accurate, but you typically want to be sitting between 283 to 285 if you did everything correct up to this point here to guarantee a 400k run on any of the difficulties. Now, when you get up here, this is where you're going to make the final home stretch. We're going to break it down for you. Now, when you get up here, you're going to have your Hellhest go left and your Ningfei go right, or vice versa. It doesn't really matter. Your Maru is going to hold the middle and is strictly add clear only. The Maru is strictly add clear only. And the first bit, your Maru can do damage on this first bit of health that the boss has for the first bar. And once again, I'm going to abuse the barrage ability spam, because there are barrages that spawn in right when the boss gets here. So once again, I'll pull up my V ability. I'll just spam Q because the barrages are refueling my Q ability immediately. And that is just free damage to the boss along with whatever the Hellhest is doing. And then at that point, once the boss is, once he's immuned, the Maru is strictly focused on adds while the Hellhest goes left and the Ningfei goes right, vice versa. They're just going to be killing the little arc servitor that spawns in and then shooting the little shield generator like you would in a regular strike. At this point, if you do have your super, because you will also have a super here as well by the time you get to the boss, the Maru will quickly go ahead and pop the super, kind of clear up all the adds on the battlefield and try to take out the heavy shank that spawns in the back. And at that point, if you have time, you really want to ride this 2 times multiplier out as best you can. Give the Maru enough time, or even if you have your Ningfei on ad clear. Give those two enough time to just nuke whatever ads you can. Try to get this number to 300. So like right here, we had plenty of time to quickly snag a few more ad kills, but unfortunately we killed it a little bit too early. But you have plenty of time there just to kind of rob a few more kills with your Ningfei. And even if you have better time than what we just had here in the clip, even if you had better time than what we had, just ride the ads out as best you can. Even if you're here on 3, kill on 3. If you're not here on 3 and you're on 2, and let's say you're about like right here on your meter for 2 and your boss has this much HP, stop doing damage, focus the ads. The boss is literally one shot. Bank as many points as you can. Get that number to 300 plus. Whatever you have 300 plus on 2 times multiplier is 400 plus whatever you get. And so that is it. That is the complete Calamity Guide for Fulminator here in Destiny Rising. Like I said, guys, I highly recommend Ningfei. He is back after 2 cycles. I recommend Hellhest, and I recommend Maru. One of the things that really shocked me here with this Calamity in particular is that Maru actually does, depending on the runs that you guys do, Maru will actually do about like 40% of the damage, while Hellhest does the remaining 60% of the damage, which is crazy to even think about a spread character even doing that much in like comparison to what a Hellhest is doing here, which just shows you how viable and how much needed Maru is for this Calamity. And Ningfei, of course, is really, really good in terms of the Act Layer and for just pushing the encounters as well. So, once again, guys, if you guys are needing any help, excuse me, whatsoever, please go to the pinned comments, check the Discord, get the Discord link, join the Discord, get notified when I go live in Discord, and also, while you're at it, go down to the description below. Go follow me on my Twitch, turn on the notifications so that way when I go live, you know when I go live, because that is when I'm hosting helps for the community. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It greatly means a lot. I hope I explained this guide in great detail. If you guys feel like I missed anything or you want to add some more secret text to this, please comment down below. Let me know what you guys think or what you would have done different. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys in the next Destiny Rising video. Peace out, Girl Scouts. See you in the next one.